loud because I'm in here in this gym lobby, but I wanted to share something with you all based on an email that I got. A young lady was asking, like, why is it that people take advantage of her over and over again? She just couldn't understand why people could be so cruel. And and I've always said this, nobody's perfect, but sometimes you gotta understand people ain't got the same heart as you. People don't have the same heart as you. A lot of y'all are dating as if people are like a mirror reflection of you. You kind of see things through your lens. You wouldn't waste somebody's time. You don't see the value in it. You don't see the point in it. You wouldn't entertain anybody if you only wanted them short term. It just doesn't make much sense because at some point it has to end. You got all of these different rules set up for how you move, but not everybody moves the same way that you move, and especially if you're an empath. If you are an empath, you 100% can't date like everybody else. Y'all know how with some people that, when they date somebody, honestly, they can already know they don't want to see them again, don't see a future with them, but they can toy around with them so long as they see a certain aspect of them they can use. Y'all know it's people like that. Or it's people that, they don't care if they get hurt, they're going to bounce right back. And they go into every situation pretty much alone because they're not really ready to date, or that's just the amount of attachment that they typically have in a relationship. They just don't get very attached to people. If you are an empath, though, it's like your heart is more on your sleeve. Your heart is open. It's vulnerable. Even with people that you're not attached to. Just let you be able to relate to them. Not even gotta really relate. But if you just a caring person with anybody, even if you don't fall in love with them, you ain't falling in love with everybody that you meet. But if you come across a person and you even hear them out and they're going through some things or struggling with some things, that matters to you. That's when I say empath, let me be very clear. When I'm talking about empaths, I'm saying like, okay, if you are where somebody is, let's say they're dealing with some trials and tribulations, right? That's going to bother you that they're going through that and you can't do nothing to help. Or if you can do something to help, that's going to be on your mind. How you can help, who you can position them with, how can you pour yourself into them. That's what I mean when I'm talking about like an empath. You have to be very guarded. If you're a type of person, you have to be very guarded about what you even watch or what you listen to, because it affects your mental health, even if it's happening to somebody that you have nothing to do with. Like TV, news, online media, you have to be very careful. So for those of y'all who can relate to that, you're an empath. When you are dealing with somebody, every little nuance, every little body language change, you can sense it. You can pick up on it. You don't need somebody to directly tell you anything for you to know there's something different about them or something wrong with them. And if you can't help that person, or if they're not willing to open up to you like that deeply bothers you, you're an empath. You cannot date like everybody else. You cannot go and listen to everybody's sob story about why they have had no success in their date. You cannot go, because people will use that to trap you. Yeah, if you're an empath, people will use your own natural instincts to be there for others, to listen to others, to help others, to trap you. That's why you get people like a narcissist will use this 100%. Will use, like, say for instance, oh, I'm going through some things right now, start planting little seeds because he can sense that you're an empath and you're going to want to help him. Even if you know consciously he's done nothing to deserve, you're going to want to help him. A little $20 here, $40 here, you have to be careful about that. Emotionally, all of these sad stories about everybody that did them wrong, they know as an empath you've been done wrong, so they use what's called mirroring. So they'll act like they've been through the exact same things you've been through, because when you went through it, nobody was there for you. So you're more inclined to want to be there for somebody else. Be careful about that. They'll use that to trap you, because then you'll be trapped by your own guilt of leaving this person when you know how it feels to have people that left you or abandoned you whenever you needed somebody the most. Narcissists will use you and your tendencies as an empath to trap you. Be very, very careful about that. You can't date like everybody else because your heart is bigger, so you have much more of it to break. And I'm not saying go out here and be guarded to the empaths out there. I'm not saying go be guarded. I'm not saying go with your guns out, go out attacking everybody, expect the worst from everybody. But you have to have, you have to have a certain requirements and qualifications for a person to unlock your heart, unlock that vulnerability. And at first, what that's going to feel like to my empaths out there, it's going to feel like you're being a bad guy. it's gonna feel like you're being a bad guy. But I would rather you be the bad guy to other people as opposed to being an irresponsible, laissez-faire, careless guy to your own heart. Because if you don't protect you, who's gonna protect you? So to empaths out there, everybody else can date and have casual sex. You can't do it. Everybody else can date 4 and 5, 6 guys at a time. You can't do it. Not seriously. You can get a phone number. You can entertain 1 or 2 coffee, lunch dates, or smoothies or something like that. But you can't go and seriously date and keep up with multiple people. Your heart will be all over the place. And again, I don't want you guys to think the solution is to change up who you are, to act different, to fake it till you make it. No, don't change up who you are. Just protect who you are. Put more barriers between you and who you truly are. Give them enough of you so you can evaluate them, but not enough so they can hurt you. That's how you date. You don't change what's in that heart of yours. You just put a better cage around it. Not the type of cage that keeps the good people out, but that makes sure only the good people are able to sift through to you and actually get to you. Because unfortunately, we don't deal with a whole lot of evolved men who are done with the game. There are some out there. Let me make that very clear. Evolved men do exist. But before you get to the evolved man, because a lot of people don't know how to attract an evolved man, you're probably going to end up with these guys who are pretending, with these guys who are looking for a void to fill, with these guys who are looking for a mommy figure, with these guys who are not in the right season of their life. And this is why I made it my business, man, to really teach people how to evaluate a truly evolved man who's ready for a relationship right now. Matter of fact, I said business, but it's really, I taught this for free. I did this in my free masterclass. For those who missed it, it was Secrets to Making an Evolved Man Crave You. Click the link that's pinned right here in this comment. Click the link or go to the caption, click that link. If you have not gotten access to that free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You, where you can learn how to evaluate an evolved man and use the strategies to attract them to you. So you can stop the revolving door of those who are not ready for what you're ready for, that you have to protect yourself from, and you get somebody who's willing to protect you with you. Okay, but back to what I was saying. For those of y'all who are empaths, stop trying to fake it till you make it. Play like you one of your homegirls. Your homegirls can switch up dudes all the time. Your girl, you can chew them up, spit them out. If that ain't you, that ain't you. Your heart is built different, and that's okay. Slow it down, take it at your pace, but most importantly, protect your heart. We got passcodes on our phone to protect our phones, but we ain't got nothing to protect our heart. And if you're an empath, you especially have to be more vigilant about who you allow into your space, about who you allow into tapping into that peace and disrupting that peace. That's why a lot of y'all are messed up, man. You're an empath and you love people and you nurture people and you feel for people. And they ain't got to do nothing for you. You're a giver, but you such a giver, you forget that a giver also deserves a giver. A giver deserves somebody who does more than just take. Even if you are, somebody that's giving, you got to have some kind of source that pours into you too. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all be good. Again, if you want access to the free masterclass, click the link that's pinned right here. If you see it, click that link, get access to it, or it's in the caption whenever you back out.